For those of you who might be having trouble analyzing some Shakespeare scenes, I'm going to watch this scene from Hamlet done by the Royal Shakespeare Company, and I'm going to try to analyze it as we watch, just to kind of show you how it's done.
Good Horatio, I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Did perceive.
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of poisoning.
I did very well note him.
Come some music, come the recorders.
My lord, vouchsafe me a word with you.
Alright, so already I'm seeing 4 characters. What I'm seeing is this is a innovative set. You see graffiti on the walls. It's really colorful. It looks kind of dingy and dark. They're wearing really interesting outfits. We can see this is the character Hamlet, and he's got this weird headdress thing on, this crazy jacket with paint all over him. So he's looking kind of crazy and disheveled, which is telling the audience that he's going through something mentally, or maybe he's just a crazy type of character. He's got these 3 different friends that just came out, and you can see by what they're wearing, kind of their personality. His friend here, who he was just talking to, is wearing overalls and is also kind of dingy in what he's wearing. But when you look at the 2 people who just walked in, which are some kind of distant friends of his, they look like they're wearing business attire. So that kind of tells you that they don't really match, their personalities don't really match with Hamlet, and this is Horatio. And I'm assuming, I need to keep watching, but I'm assuming these characters are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
The whole history.
King, sir.
I say, what of him?
He's in his retirement, marvellous distempered.
With drink, sir?
No, my lord, with choler.
Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to the doctor. For
Okay, so what I'm seeing here, in just the way that they're acting, is before these uptight people walk in, you see Hamlet and his friend are acting very excited, loud voices. They are moving really rapidly and excited. When these 2 people walk in, Hamlet gets uptight. He stops acting crazy, and now he is doing this kind of playful routine with them, where he is twisting their words and just kind of toying with them. And so you can see that by the way he's leaning back, and he kind of has his hands to his sides, almost like hands in his pockets, like he's in control, and he's like a cat and they're the mouse, and he's just kind of playing around.
He's in his retirement, marvellous distempered.
with drink, sir?
No, my lord, with choler.
You can see this upsets this actress. She knows that he's playing around with her.
Purgation would perhaps plunge him into more colour.
My lord, put your discourse into some frame, and start not so wildly for my affair.
Okay, you can see by the way they just acted that he is really going overboard with trying to make her angry, and it's working. So she has to shout over his drum to get his attention. And you can see that she's trying to talk about something very important by the way that she's standing strong and shouting over him. And he doesn't want to hear it by the way he's laying on the ground and beating his drum and kind of ignoring what she has to say.
Tame, sir, pronounce.
Queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a
Now
horse...
we can see that he's acting like a child. He's using his headdress as a puppet, and she is kind of acting as the parent here, talking with a slow, calm voice, trying to calm him down and get him to pay attention to the conversation.
Some answer, I will do your mother's commandment. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the end of business.
My mother, you said.
She desires to speak with you in her closet, eh?
Okay, there was a beat change here. So a beat change is when the actor has changed their tactics, and we can see that Hamlet was trying to toy with them and distract them, but he just calmed down and he changed the look on his face. You can see that he was playing, and then he has this serious look on his face. I'll try to find it for you. So that means that something was said that got his attention, and now he's acting more seriously.
Your pardon and my return shall be the end of business.
My mother, you said.
She
Right there.
desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed.
We shall obey were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
Do still by these pickers and stealers.
Good, my lord. What is your cause of distemper?
So here they're saying, we used to be friends and I don't know why you're acting this way. And you can kind of see here that they do have this comfortability between them by the way he's talking to Hamlet, but you can see that he's upset with the way that Hamlet is acting.
You surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your grievances to your friends.
Sir, I lack advancement.
How can that be?
On the recorders! Let me see one. Whoa. You play upon this pipe.
My lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
That is as easy as lying. Govern these vintages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look here. These are the stops.
But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Why, look you now how unworthy a thing you would make of me.
Right, so here Hamlet is making a point, and you can see that the actress has received it. So he's changed his tactic again. He's gone from acting crazy to now trying to make a point. And his point is that these two people in their uptight costumes used to be his friends, and now they're turning against him. And he basically just called his friend a liar and said that I want you to play this instrument for me, and she says she doesn't know how, and he says that she must know how because she's a really good liar, like she's been playing him like a fiddle, and now she should be able to play the fiddle herself.
You play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there was much music. Excellent voice in this little organ, and yet cannot you make it speak?
You can see by the way Hamlet is acting out this scene that he's really hurt by the fact that his friend has turned on him. You can see he's trying to hold back tears by the way he's kind of chomping on his tongue right here. Like he's holding back an emotion, and you can see his eyes are kind of welling up with tears, that he's upset that his friends are no longer acting like his friends.
Blood! Do you think I'm easier to be played upon than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will. Though you fret me, you cannot play upon me.
And so then if I were to summarize that scene, I would say that we've got Hamlet and Horatio are talking about something important in the beginning. I need to watch it again to hear what they're actually talking about, but it looks like they're coming up with some sort of plan.
I did very well noted. Comes the music on the
So they
recorders.
had some plan in motion that must be going well. And then these two characters, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, come in and have a message from the Queen that they deliver to Hamlet.
Wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this.
Hamlet doesn't want to hear it, so he plays around with them.
Would perhaps plunge him into...
He finally receives the information.
Frame, and start not so wildly from my affair.
I am tame, sir,
The
pronounce.
Queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed.
Ah.
If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's
Okay,
commandment.
so the Queen has a question for Hamlet and is sending her to get an answer from him. He eventually listens, but then he reveals to them that they're not being friends to him anymore in this section right here. And he kind of calls them out for being liars and trying to manipulate him, and he sees right through them, and he is not okay with it anymore. And then he ends up sending them back on their way at the end with a message back to his mother. And so that is pretty much the summary of what I'm seeing in the scene, but you need to really watch the scene in the context of the whole show to know what's truly happening in the scene. But there you go. There's a little analysis for you if that helps you do your scene reflections.